Sup everyone, and welcome to my first impressions of the combat within Persona 5 Strikers, where I'm going to give my first impressions of the combat so far and explain the mechanics a tiny bit. This is an early first impressions video. I have played the game for about 3 hours and I just want to give my first impressions of what I think the game's combat is like so far. And just as an extra point out, I am playing through the game on hard mode currently. So from my current playtime, I'm really enjoying the combat. In a comparison, it is kind of like a Musou game with obviously its own Persona spin on it, but that hasn't put me off. So the combats are set out in their own little encounters, which you can choose to start through something like doing an ambush, with bigger ones occasionally happening at points in the story. I think I've had like 3 so far, which will play to something like the remix version of Last Surprise. As a fan of Persona 5, I really enjoy having the ability to play as the other characters. As of right now, I really enjoy playing as Haru, with her style of combat mainly being based around swinging her axe and chopping up the shadows, and she has a grenade launcher. That's pretty badass if you tell me. Each character can be leveled up just like in the Persona 5 main game, with Joko also being able to level up his personas, and gain of personas being the wildcard of Persona 5, meaning he can fit with any role within the team. As mentioned before, the combat is set in its own small encounter where you can ambush the target beforehand to gain the advantage in battle. You can do this through sneaking up on them and revealing their true form, or just use anyone's gun to shoot them and start the battle. Failing that, they can hit you and you gain a disadvantage on battle. Gaining the advantage will allow you to deal 3 damage and sometimes a possible all-out attack, which can also trigger if you hit an enemy's elemental weakness. You're also able to switch between each of the 4 members on your team freely through the baton pass, also boosting the rate you earn meter for the showtime gauge, allowing you to pull off a devastating attack during combat. Also, you can use the surrounding decor like street lamps or hanging walkways to your advantage to deal damage, assisting you in combat. During the combat, you can use your persona abilities. When you do use your persona abilities, it does slow down time to a near cruel, or pretty much freezes it, where you can just like get 360 view on the field while choosing what you want to do, and this will flag up weaknesses for enemies, so you're able to use that to your advantage. And it really does give the Persona RPG vibe, you know, with the slowing down time. And of course, like in a Musou game, you are using your simple like light, heavy. So like in my case, I use an Xbox controller on PC, it'd be XY, and then you could probably follow that with a Persona ability, but it does give, you know, it still keeps you in that Persona mind frame when you're able to like slow down time and just think about, do I want to use and in a combo, or do I want to use Yusuke, Haru, Joker? But you know, it's really cool and just giving me them Persona vibes. So to top it off, I really enjoy the combat so far. I'm looking forward to, you know, seeing what personas we get access to, what abilities we get access to. Looking forward to the new party member that we get later on in the story. I enjoy the fact that you're able to use the decor to your advantage, so like the street lamps and the walkways as I mentioned, and just the whole kind of like being able to slow down time and just use your abilities. It just really keeps with that Persona vibe I'm getting from it, and it's really cool, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Of course, this is just my first impressions of the combat, and more mechanics could introduce themselves later, but alas, my first impressions and the explanation end here. I will be doing a my opinion on video for each of the characters soon, a bit like what I've done with Seijima and Akiyama from the Yakuza series, so please look forward to that. But for now, who are you looking forward to playing as in Strikers and why? But if you do like the video, please feel free to like, and if you would like to subscribe, please feel free to also. And I hope you have an amazing day.